popular mascot for any team in sports. Perhaps it's our fascination with flight, the elegance and majesty with which they seemingly without effort glide through the air. Well, there will be plenty of effort in this one because when two birds get together and start clawing at each other, feathers are bound to fly. Glad to have you with us at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio, Texas, home to the UTSA Roadrunners. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the UTSA Roadrunners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Auburn Tigers offense will have the football first. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Well, defense is starting to make a comeback. I'm excited about this new era of football. We're seeing better tackling and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple years ago. And this defense is fun to watch them on tape, fun to talk to their coaches. Jesse, this defense has been consistent all year long.
And they're dialed in and they're so talented. They've got multiple NFL draft picks on that side of the football, and they don't have to change a lot week to week. This defense dominates. They do what they do, and they don't care if you know it. You can't do anything against them.
And the Tigers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Quickly to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Wells. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup. This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another 1st down. Going over the top. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there.
Touchdown, Tigers! And they have the first points of the game. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So UTSA's offense will go to work for the first time today. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, that can get TFLs, get sacks, it's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Tigers bringing the heat the way Andre Bruce did back in the day.
Man, they just find those big, nasty, strong, physical guys that can eat up the line of scrimmage and get after quarterbacks. It's one of the staples of these Auburn teams all throughout the years.
And the Roadrunners decide to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. So here comes the Auburn offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. Pulls it, fired, complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. back to pass. Bringing the heat. Blasted as he lets it go.
I love defenses that can mix it up between man and zone, and I love the vision right here by the quarterback. Seeing the quarterback the whole way. Breaking on the football when that hand separates from the other hand. Nice job getting the deflection. Nice vision by that cornerback.
He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Flushed out of the pocket. Fires on the move. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
This time he's got it. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that first down.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. The quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Fires into the end zone. And they will score. Touchdown, Tigers. On to attempt the try. And the extra point makes it 14-0. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brock. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Got it in the middle, it's Brock. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
Second down. Let's go.
Wants to go up top. Got a man, it's Brock. Let's talk for just a second about UTSA. They had a win on the recruiting trail last week. 3-star linebacker giving a verbal commitment, and getting good talent like that is what a program at this level really needs to succeed.
Yeah, this is the next step for this program, right? Continue to get talent and high school talent that can come in that, you know, they can compete with your roster right now. Those are the guys that really help you take that next step.
The Roadrunners will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll take it on the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Wants to go up top on first down. Card in the backfield. It's Coffee. Got room at the 35. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. And the Roadrunners have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Caught behind the line. It's Kendricks. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Pressure coming. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The Roadrunners line up to punt it away.
Now, a 4th down.
On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Good job by the coverage team, and that's how we'll end the period. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. They've got a first down here to open the period. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the middle. Oh, what a play, it's intercepted. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy. And
just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Dances away. Turning it on. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
Looking to fire. With the catch, it's Kendricks. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. He'll throw on third down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Caught near the sticks. It's Kendricks. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. To the air on first down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. Are forced to settle for the field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the move from inside his spot. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Pocket breaking down. Makes the catch. And he will score. Touchdown, Auburn. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Oh, man, you've got to love this execution if you're an offensive play caller. Watch the QB. He does such a good job buying time, using his eyes. Receiver starts on the right side all the way across the formation. He takes his time, throws a great throw. Receiver makes the catch, does the rest, gets in the end zone for 6.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
The Big 12 has become must-see TV, and fellas, today's clash is no different. Florida is just boat racing them right now, thanks to an offense that's putting up video game numbers. They're up by 21 over Cal. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else in college football.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Second down, they'll go to the air. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. And the Roadrunners will call on their punt team.
Fourth down.
Wants to return it. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front. They won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. Off play action on first down. Rushes on him. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. It's caught. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. The play will stand. Auburn going to work with another first down. Looking downfield on first down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Auburn. He has been unstoppable. The ultimate dual threat. Positively Cam-tastic.
Yeah, and that dude was just so incredible to watch, and that's what he's putting on display. He's looking like that. Just whatever he wants to do, it's working, and this Auburn offense is cooking.
UTSA, 3.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UTSA takes over, and the offense ready to hit the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Motion from the wideout. From the gun, the ground game. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Power football with the run. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Roadrunners will bring the punt team onto the field. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So here comes the Auburn offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass.
Breaks into the open. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and
intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Under fire. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. And the Roadrunners want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. The Roadrunners will line up to punt it away. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Give to the running back. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Here comes the hurry up. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He's going for it all. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Makes the grab. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You could tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And the Roadrunners come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Picked off to stop the threat. He'll try to take it back. The 40, the 20, the 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Tigers.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They scored again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll bring it out. It's Brock. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking for space. It's Coffee. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. Rides to the back. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there in San Antonio, and we've had a lively first half. And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback, and to be honest, it's refreshing. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the Alamo Dome.
Just about set here in the second half as Auburn about to kick it off. Coming out with it, it's Brock. No idea what he could have been thinking to try to return that one, and they stop him at the 7. This offense is stuck way back in its own end of the field. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. On the read option, he'll pull and go left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now facing a 3rd and long.
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback couldn't make any of his reads, making sure the picture is not clear, getting downhill, getting the quarterback on the ground.
The Roadrunners will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He'll call for the fair catch here. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again.
Here we go.
From the gun to give, looking for room. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Here's the thing, not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke...
Unleashes one deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Ball hasn't hit the ground a lot for this QB. He's already thrown 4 TD passes. He saw a look, wanted to take another shot, and that time they just fall short with the incompletion. But this defense, they have not had the answer with respect to defending the pass in this game.
Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. A shot toward the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one falls incomplete, but this is going to be a positive play for the offense. Defense with pass interference coming. Pass interference penalty will cost the defense 15 and a first down for this offense. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Looking to throw on first down. Right on target this time. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he makes the extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Arizona is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Tucson, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 6 over Penn State. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Quarterback on the keeper. Fights off a defender. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. And the Roadrunners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. The Roadrunners lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Trying to pick up a first down. He'll go to the sneak.
Man, I like the call. 3rd and inches, I feel like I can get a few inches. I just need to fall forward, but this defense more than ready for the quarterback sneak.
Now, I think as a play caller, that just makes you second-guess everything. You'd love to think you can just dial up QB sneak to pick up that first down. Now, you're probably going to have to hand it off to the big fella behind you to keep this drive going.
Slips through the line. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark it down at the 38-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Going to take a shot. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
And you thought maybe in the second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
He gets a block. Touchdown, Tigers! teams coming through, the third aspect of the game, delivering big time. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick, you can play touch football on an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. And the Roadrunners send out the punt unit. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. So here comes the Auburn offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
And that's not the way they drew it up. It's in.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
There he goes. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
They're going to ride this running back. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down.
Man, those are so hard to defend. You know, the quarterback, obviously he's doing the run-pass option and creating some indecision in my head. And look at that. He hands it off, and the back gets a quick 10. Easy. You know, like just chews up yardage. Just really, really tough to stop those kind of plays.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense
looking for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Auburn.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. On the run, it's Coffee. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
defensively, with all the space now in spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Roadrunners line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Gets the back moving. From the gun, wants to pass. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Roadrunners will punt it away on 4th down. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Makes the catch at the 30. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone. He lets it fly. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. Finally brought down. The what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
He has shown you why he's so versatile as a strong safety. This is a guy that we've seen come down to the box, support the run. He can tackle out in space, but he's also really good on the back-ended coverage. That time in the cover 2 look, doing a great job with his eyes. And he also shows you off the ball skills, making that pick.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Wants to go up top. Quickly complete. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go, sack.
Running back searching for a hole. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Holding.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. The Roadrunners have this offense rolling. He's looking to throw. Oh, they're after him. He's going to run it. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run. And the Roadrunners are threatening in the red zone. Going to sling it on 2nd down. The throw to the outside is complete. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
It'll be 3rd and long. Trying to set up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
I think moving forward on third down, this offense is going to have to be a little bit more aggressive and try to throw it vertically. Start throwing the ball around the line of scrimmage against these guys. They've got way too much speed. We saw it right there.
And it's right down the boulevard. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail. Up to kick it off after that last drive, put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
Play callers love it offensively when you can run the football when the other team knows you're going to do it. That is called imposing your will. And here in the fourth quarter with the lead, very first play of the drive, you break off a nice run. He might just call the exact same play right again here.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay game of offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay game of offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay game of offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay game of offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay game of offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay game of offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay game of offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay game of offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay game of offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game of offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game of offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game of offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game of offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game of offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Might be changing the route. Off the play fake. Here's the pressure. Makes the catch on the right side. And the defense was on its heels after that long completion. That last big play, one that can really jumpstart a drive. It's 1st and 10 from the 47. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. They knock him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down for Auburn.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that 1st down.
To the ground with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
I've spent time with a lot of coaches when you got a huge lead in the 4th quarter and they say run the football and run the clock out. And I've seen a lot of other coaches that say, listen, they get paid to stop us. It's their job to try to stop us. And apparently they live in the second world as this coach.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. No good. They blew the field goal. something finally goes wrong. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Quick release on the RPO. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind him.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Wide open downfield. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Here comes the heat. Finds his big tight end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. Back to pass. Under fire. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
He unleashes a long one. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Shoots it to the left. For the 3rd straight play, the pass falls incomplete. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long. Early.
Turning it on! They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's 4th down. Will they bring out the punt team? The Roadrunners will punt this one away. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. So here comes the Auburn offense. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the 4th quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they were able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in all week with the game plan, running and throwing the football, man. This has been impressive.
Even with this lead, they'll throw again. They're working that left side. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.